The story of VIC MIGNOGNA and the sexual allegations against him with the falsification of evidence continues, as we not only have brand new DM leaks in relation to the brand new GoFundMe account started by the hashtag KickVic movement, alongside comments made by Shane Holmberg himself that directly insults every single individual that stands behind VIC MIGNOGNA. As I do want to go ahead and plug in a few things before we begin. If of course you guys are new to this channel and love anime and Dragon Ball and do support VIC MIGNOGNA in this situation, then be sure to go ahead and punch that subscribe button and slap a like down below if you guys are for VIC MIGNOGNA in this scenario, alongside subscribing to my primary channel Unreal and Gaming, as on there we are going to be covering lots of Dragon Ball and anime content within the next couple of weeks, fan mangas, live streams, gaming, and many other things, just to get your mind away from the situation, as we are dealing with a very sticky situation here, which also for those that are interested in comic books and movie related news, I will be dropping theories and discussion videos on Marvel, DC, Godzilla, and various different things on this channel, and as well as Unreal and Gaming, so be sure to subscribe to that channel as well as this channel for more awesome content. Now, courtesy of Chamber of Hearts over on Twitter, she went on to post the following on her feed, as she went on to state, and I quote, "Busted. Hashtag I stand with Vic, hashtag KickVic, hashtag Vic kicks back." Someone else dug into this and got a response. As this individual goes by the name of Chris Matthews over on Twitter, she goes on to post something very interesting in relation to Jamie Marchi and the new GoFundMe account, as it reads, hashtag Jamie Marchi, at MarchiMark, "I contacted the GoFundMe directly concerning the rules on organizers donating to their own campaigns. And here's the response. It is not allowed, and I quote, this can be seen as a cash advance. Hashtag Vic kicks back. Please share." Now you might be wondering what exactly this is. Now according to Miss Matthews here, it looks like that she contacted GoFundMe directly, as she went on to message GoFundMe having to state, and I quote, "Thank you for your prompt response. I suggest you look into this campaign. The organizer has donated 3 times. Not to mention she is currently involved in a lot of hate/controversy on Twitter, and there is a strong possibility that she is facing legal liability. I believe she is using this for her own personal gain to boost her public image. Or it may be a scam. Myself and many others find it highly insensitive. Also, there are many things that don't add up. The charity hasn't reported any recent activities, and their own Twitter account hasn't been active since last year. People can donate via charity websites, but it is not necessary to make a GoFundMe," as GoFundMe themselves went on to respond, and I quote, "Our payment partner does not allow campaign organizers to donate to their own campaigns, even if the donation was given to you by someone else by cash or check. This is being seen as a cash advance in the banking world, and our payment partner always reverses transactions like this if they make note of them. Additionally, you will be charged fees this way. Instead, you can add that amount to your campaign's progress as an offline donation. Offline donations are never charged fees because they are not processed by a payment processor." So basically here, what's going on with this new GoFundMe is the fact that organizers, the people that are putting this together, are either scamming people out of their money and or donating to their own campaigns, which according to GoFundMe is basically breaking the terms of service here. So I'm going to leave this up to you guys to determine on whether or not the GoFundMe started by Jamie Marchi and that said party is a complete scam, or if you guys believe that they're in the right for doing what they are doing here. But Miss Matthews and Chamber of Hearts basically blew the lid here and letting you all know what exactly is being done behind the scenes in relation to the GoFundMe account, which again is very suspicious in its activity because nothing seems to add up here, especially when it comes down to payment processing, which I do want to go on ahead and thank the individuals that sent me this over on Twitter, in which you guys can follow me on Twitter at Unreal and Gaming. I will leave the direct link down below for you guys to go on ahead and follow me at. If you guys have any articles and or pictures to tag me in, be sure to do so. As finally now we go back to Mr. Shane, as courtesy of Chamber of Hearts over on Twitter, she went on to post more leaked DMs with Shane, as she goes on to state, and I quote, "He admits to someone that he's never worked with Vic or known him or known his family. How stupid is this freaking bugger? You were in my server on saying that how you did, shaking my head, hashtag I stand with Vic, hashtag KickVic, hashtag Vic kicks back. Now in these DMs, we get to see how Chamber of Hearts goes on to post the DMs with Shane Holmberg, as she goes on to state, and I quote, Monica's words, he was/is my friend, read her statement, or are you admitting that she had been lying? First of all, quite a simple, understandable question. Prove to me that you are working with Vic. Any random person can say they know Vic and or working with him. After that, me and you can have a civil discussion. As Shane goes on to respond to this message by stating, and I quote, I did work with Vic before. I am not working with him now. I hear that he just asked all of his fans to email Akon for an appearance spot. So at least there's that. The lead director there now has always liked Vic. However, in the secondary post having to be shown, at the very bottom, Shane goes on to reply to a very lengthy message as he goes on to state, and I quote, I never once said I was friends with Vic or his family. Go rewatch the show. I have worked with him and been friendly with him, but that's not the same thing, and the more people try to put words in my mouth, it makes it less likely to care. Which goes in direct contradiction to what Shane had said on Nick Rakita's live stream in stating that he knew Vic, that he was working with Vic, and that he had personal emails between Vic's people and himself during that show, and having to contradict his own statements here and stating, well, I never once said I was friends with Vic or his family, but when we go back to the original post, he did go on to state that he worked with Vic before and that how he was friends with him on Nick's live stream. So again, that in and of itself is hypocritical for him to say, especially when during that live stream he had said that he knew Vic's people, he knew Vic, he knows his family better than anybody else could, but now having to ultimately retract this once this comes out onto the surface. So again, it doesn't seem to make any sense at all. Unfortunately, however, it doesn't end there, and I highly encourage you guys to share this video on Twitter, Facebook, and all other social media outlets so people can see what is going on behind the scenes and the contradictory behind what people are saying and the falsification of evidence that are making one individual look so bad in this case, as Chamber of Hearts continues in stating, and I quote, how much more rope is this guy going to tie himself up with? As the DMs continue, she goes on to ask Shane, and I quote, his image is tarnished, Shane, and for what? As Shane goes on to reply, in 2014 to 2016, he was kicked out of a bunch of cons for the same type of stuff. No one remembers that now. People have very short-term memories. If the people on the hashtag I stand with Vic side would just shut up, it would all pass. But they can't let it go. And I know that that is the case because it actually happened before with the exact same person. As the DMs continue, what type of stuff? You've said nothing and you want the people actually defending him to shut up, which is one of the main cases brought up against Shane because Shane keeps insinuating that Vic had done the same thing, Vic had done things, but when questioned and when people are asking him, hey Shane, what did Vic do? What did Vic do specifically that got him kicked out of these conventions? That question, that singular question, never seems to get answered. Anytime, any place, DMs, live streams, when you ask the question of what Vic did during the time of 2014, 2015, 2016, 2013, 12, when you ask the question of what Vic had done to have potentially gotten him kicked from these conventions, that question is always left unanswered, and I'm really starting to wonder as to why. And Shane is basically going on and stating that the I stand with Vic people need to shut up so all of this can pass by. I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below as to how you guys specifically feel about that specific message. As of course it continues, Chamber of Hearts goes on to post, and I quote, another hot take. This was never about appeasement, Shane. Vic just got steamrolled by his fake friends for no freaking reason. As the DMs having to be shown go on ahead to include Shane having to respond by stating, yeah, well unlike you at least, I tried to appease both sides. As Chamber of Hearts goes on, but you haven't. I've read your tweets, mate, and you've done nothing but hammer the guy. As Shane continues, You have your head buried so far in the sand, and you are so stuck in the tunnel vision that you just don't get it. That's fine, you don't have to. It's over anyways. As the DMs continue, buried so far in the sand with what you have done to appease both sides then. I do what I think is right, and I don't fence sit while it suits me, Shane. And just bear in mind that Shane is basically blaming every single one of you guys watching this video who are in support of VIC MIGNOGNA in not letting this die down. As Chamber of Hearts continues, and it goes on, my friends, and in the DMs we see how Chamber of Hearts goes on to respond to Shane and stating, and I quote, "Jesus Christ, you can't say someone sexually assaulted another without proof. It's dangerous," which is true. As Shane goes on to respond, and I quote, "When numerous women from around the country in different times all have the exact same thing happen, like this hair pulling thing, it is hard to ignore that," which again, how in the world are we even classifying hair pulling as sexual harassment or sexual assault is beyond me, but we continue. But like the article said, hundreds of incidences over the years. What do people want us to do? Keep ignoring it until it gets caught on camera? There comes a point when so many have spoken up that it is a lose-lose situation. Either you act and get rid of the person, or you do what has always been done and just let it go on. As Shane continues, if you act up but don't have it recorded, then you have no proof and everyone condemns you. Or you just let it keep happening, putting others at risk, and then people condemn you for enabling it. So for the first time in over 15 years, enough people spoke up that there were finally more people wanting to deal with it than those who wanted to just let it keep happening. As of course, Chamber of Hearts goes on to respond to him and stating, and I quote, "Shane, not being funny, but you blame Vic's fans. What are the likes of Mars Girl, who stirred up the pot, who admitted Vic nothing did to her? Or Samantha, who faked a swatting? In a day and age where social media rules everything and very little is sacred, are you telling me Vic sexually assaulted many women at various cons over a span of 10 to 15 years in front of millions of fans, and there hasn't been a single photo or video of this behavior? Another thing why I think Vic didn't do it is because, make no mistake, you said he did nothing illegal. Mate, sexual abuse is illegal regardless of age. So you expect me to believe that for 15 years, if this was happening, you let it happen because of money? Mate, your story just doesn't add up. Neither do the others, hence why people don't believe you or the others. We've given you multiple chances to show us evidence that Vic did something wrong, and you didn't, and the voice actors slaughtered and threatened the fans. Being overly friendly isn't illegal, which Chamber of Hearts does point out that there isn't any picture, there aren't any videos showcasing Vic doing this, which again, if this is done in a public setting, somebody out there somewhere would have some type of footage of this, but apparently enough, that's not the case at all. So I leave this in the hands of you guys. What do you guys think about all of this? I want to go ahead and show you a very cryptid message by the end of this video of VIC MIGNOGNA in 2016 basically predicting this, which is pretty creepy if you ask me, and the fact that he was well aware of this way ahead of his time, and I want to get your thoughts on how you guys feel about the entire situation. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Once more, like I said before, if you guys are new to this channel, punch that subscribe button, guys. Turn on all notifications, slap a like down below, subscribe to my primary channel, also Unreal and Gaming. Follow me at Twitter at Unreal and Gaming. So let's not waste any more time and get straight into the clip. Take it easy, guys.
Emo me Maxwell here could go home tonight and get on Facebook and say, "VIC MIGNOGNA grabbed my butt."
Wow.
But you could, and who could stop you? And who would know whether it happened or not? Do you see how scary that is? It's terrifying. And if somebody was sad and lonely and felt unimportant enough and was so desperate for attention that they thought, I'm going to say something about somebody that a lot of people know just to get some attention. And I know this is not her, but if she were that desperate and she'd go home, "Oh my gosh, you guys, I was at this convention this weekend and I was getting an autograph for Vic, and when we were taking a picture, he slid his hand down and touched my butt and squeezed my butt. What a pervert." And you know what? that could get picked up and spread around for thousands of people to read it, and then you know what would happen? I might not even be invited to events because somebody on the staff would read that and go, we don't want that pervert here. Now she's affecting my ability to make a living. Do you see how scary that is? With no responsibility, right? Nobody knows if it happened or not. There's no proof. Just somebody who wanted some attention, and she might not even realize it doesn't even matter to her that she just destroyed my life. In her mind, she's like, woohoo! 300 people read my post. That's what she's thinking. She's thinking, look at all the people that noticed me. Look at all the people that are paying attention to what I wrote. I feel like somebody now. See how flipped around that is? That's scary, you guys.